Hey ho everybody, welcome to this Friday up from Dave in the shed. I apologise for the noise in the background. I do have the jet engine running full whack to keep a bit of heat in there, but we'll keep it quick. We won't hang around too much in the cold. We'll get you back inside soon. But anyway, just thought I'd update you on the signal situation. I told you a couple of weeks ago how I'd broken the signal, the semaphore that allows you entry into the station shed area of, well, really the shed area. It's not really a station on the tramway. But what I did is I cheated. I've designed a new signal system since I first started the semaphores, which involves having the signal on a socket that inserts into the layout, and then the signal goes in the socket. Anyway, I'll show you that in a sec, what the components are. I stole the signal from further up the layout, from the hill section. I grabbed it and put it in here. I've got to do some work like paint it and finish it and re-detail it, but I thought that would be the easiest way to get signalling up and running. So I pinched that and then I'll rebuild the one I pulled out of here to put in. So I had to damage the layout because the old signal was glued in. I'll show you how I did it and then do all that. So anyway, I've reworked that. So that's a work in progress. I've also started on a bridge section to finish off the overpass. The pillars and bits and pieces have been in there for ages and hadn't got much further for work on that. I've got to 3D print some surrounds that look like stonework to go around the supports for the layout. Yep, anyway, so that's what that looks like. We'll walk around. So this is the original how I did the signals. So this is permanently fixed. This is for the entrance into the, what we call the townies area. This is permission to enter the block signal, so they are sort of like a home starter. So you, that one's at stop, and when you get the go you then proceed to that area because it's block working, one train the block at the time. When you're leaving the block you have the landmark signal, which is a signal that is permanently fixed at caution, and then of course then this next signal is at stop, saying you don't proceed past that point. So I've sort of like stolen some of the basic block working from the New South Wales Government Railway, because that's what they would have done. So that is what they call a fixed landmark. So that means that's at fixed at caution, prepare to stop, and then the next signal then is called stop. So yeah, that's how. Anyway, I can do an in-depth video on the block working if somebody's really interested. So anyway, so this is the signal rebuilding process. So this is the one that I broke. So I've pulled it out, and I'm in the process of stripping it down. It's a slow process because I only spent about an hour or two in the shed at the moment because it's too cold to do anything. So I've been progressing on. The flu is getting better. The first day I felt okay. Got a few other medical issues going on, and sort of like getting on top of those, so we'll be pretty good. So this is the signal that will be rebuilt, and I will replace it where I stole that one from. So this is the socket we 3D print up. This one's not cleaned up. This is the mast, this end of the mast with the servo and everything plonks down in the socket, and away you go. Here's an example of it over here. So this one is in a signal in the socket. So that's how that was my Mark II of the signals, and that works. So over here is the fixed at landmark. So that says proceed with caution, and at the top of the hill there would be a semaphore. That's the one I stole. There will be a semaphore sort of like in this area that then gives you then the permission to proceed into the top area of the layout. But at the moment it's gone. And coming down the hill it's the opposite. So coming down the hill there is the landmark for the down the hill section, and so that says proceed with caution. Next signal could be at stop, and then this signal will be stop. But I can explain that all in depth. If you want to know about it, send me a message and I'll tell you about how it all works and how it's set up, and you can laugh at me or think I'm silly. So down here of course there is the caution, which is a proceed with caution, and then the next signal round then gives you permission to enter the block. Anyway, that's it roughly about. One other job I've been working on is the, will make you all sick cover around, is the ballast wagon. So that's all up and running and painted it. I am working on a ballast spreader to go with the service train. The only thing I found interesting is paint's not dry. I don't know why. I put some paint on some bits and pieces last week. Tuesday I painted some stuff, and I went to assemble it yesterday and the paint wasn't dry. So that's rather interesting. So there is the ballast wagon, so he's all up and he's running. This ballast wagon is designed by me based on Tasmanian narrow gauge prototype. It is all 3D printed, apart from the wheels and the couplers. So the rest of it is all 3D printed in-house, all done. If you want the design for that, let me know and I'll send it out to you. Over here on the desk, this is where the printers were, so I've done a bit of clean up over here. Still working on lots of stuff, but everything is slow because of the cold. This is what I'm working on for the ballast player. It's bits and pieces. There are some new vans I'm working on, a couple of new vans, and I also have a design in the works for a new gas tanker. So they're my latest works, but everything is slow. Here's a shipment of undercoat paint and black paint from Supercheap because I ran out of paint. They do a bit of deal where if you buy lots of it you can get it cheap. So if you buy 4 of the same colour, it then gets really cheap. So there, that's a bulk order of grey and black spray paint in the cheap and nasty spray paint. It comes out quite efficient. What's on the workbench? Not a lot. So that's where we're up to this week. Not a lot going on because of the cold and everything. Yeah. So that's it. I hope you keep well, keep safe, keep warm. This cold snap, they tell me, at least for another week. So I apologise for the noise in the background. I have the jet engine running flat out just to keep it warm. It was so cold in here this morning, it took 3 attempts to start it. It's never done that before. Better get the fuel up to temperature and the igniter up at temperature. It took 3 attempts at starting. Wow. So there you go. Anyway, that's it for now. If there's any questions, sing out. Don't forget like and subscribe. Apart from that, it's just what's going on is what's going on. Yeah. I'll just give you a pan round. That we've got 2 minutes. We might as well use it. We might as well use that all 2 minutes. So that's the overpass. Looking down to this area. So I'll say bye as the train comes past. Catch you next week. Keep safe, keep warm, keep well. Play with your trains.